Và sau đây chúng ta hãy cùng nhau tiếp đến phần thi của thí sinh Trần Thị Hồng Điệp đến từ Trường Đại học Khoa học Tự nhiên Đại học Quốc gia Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh với chủ đề Using Quantum Dots for Cells Labeling and Biomolecular Detecting.
Hello everyone. Cancer is not a new topic, but it's still hot. Why? Because we are in a really fierce battle with cancer, the battle between life and death. Remember the haunting forecast that by 2030, there are about 22 million new detections and half of them will die of cancer. So why? Why there are a lot of people dying of cancer? Because we are in a totally unequal war and our enemies are cancer cells. And you know that they live in our body, but we don't know until they are overcrowded and weaken our health. So, but it's too late to destroy them. So to win in this fight, what we need is an effective method to detect cancer early. But you know what? It's not easy. Because detecting the first cancer in our body, like fighting some criminals among 7 billion people in the world. So how can we do that? Yeah, fortunately, this handsome guy can help us. His name Quantum Dot. And he can become an Interpol officer and help us to fight the cancer criminals. And in fact, this guy is very small inside, so we cannot see him by the naked eye, but when exposed to a stable light, he can brighten up. And in this such, cancer cells are cramps, and the identifying information of the cramps are the typical proteins called cancer cell-specific antigens, which were expressed on the surface of cancer cells. And depends on this information, each Interpol officer is equipped a tool that is specific for cancer cells and can bind to the quantum dot surface. And quantum dot Interpol officer will use this tool to roam around the rows to detect the grams. And finally, once the exact gram is detected, the Interpol officer will follow that guy, and the satellite will illuminate each part of the Earth to locate the placement of cramps. That's just like body part illumination to get the location of cancer cells through the signal of quantum dot. So we can say that quantum dot have the potential to be used in research and early diagnosis of cancer. Thank you for your listening.
Cảm ơn bạn và bây giờ là phần đặt câu hỏi của ban giám khảo.
Is it easy to label the cell with a quantum dot?
In the world, there are a lot of researchers. They are find out a way to attach the antibody to quantum dot and use it to detect the cells. And a lot of people, they success.
So, do you do any experiment to test this hypothesis?
Yes, my thesis is attached the antibody to the quantum dot. It's my work now.
What's your major?
My major is biotechnology. Yeah.
So what kind of cancer did you try to detect?
Until now, I not detect what kind of cancer, but in the future, I want to research about the brain cancer. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So how can you see the quantum dot with the naked eye? Because I hear that you said something you had to illuminate your body. So how is possible?
In the fact, quantum dot, we cannot see it by the naked eye, but when exposed to a stable light, it can brighten up. So after him brighten up, we can see by the naked eye, see the light by the naked eye.
My question is that for each kind of cancer, we use different kind of quantum dots, or quantum dots is used for all kinds of cancer.
A quantum dot just a signal. We use it to detect the cancer. So quantum dot can use for any kind of cancer.
My major is not biology, so I wonder that how can quantum dot know that is a cancer cell and the other cell is not cancer?
Yeah. If quantum dot, maybe a total, at first quantum dot don't know what kind of cell is cancer, but with the help of antibody, this antibody will know what kind of cancer, what kind of cell is cancer through the antigens here, and the antibody will attach in this place and help quantum dot to recognize what is cancer.
Is that correct that the mechanism for the cancer cell is the same? That is, any kind of cancer have the same, or the structure of the cancer cell is same?
Each cancer have different marker in his surface, so we use different antibody for each cancer cells. Yeah.
Just a small last question.
Yeah.
So is quantum dot is toxic to body?
Until now, nobody know is it toxic. We are testing.
Nobody know, or no toxic. Is there any test on the toxicology of the quantum dot before they can use for the human body?
Just have a, there only have a test, but not a totally the toxic, but just some small test. So they haven't conclusion that is quantum dot toxic. So now we are testing. I don't have any conclusion about the toxic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cảm ơn ban giám khảo và cảm ơn bạn rất là nhiều.